parse his verbiage all day long. If he comes out and says, listen, that was not what I was trying to say, thank you, fantastic. I appreciate that, Mr. Kimmel. The problem is that is believed. And we have spent way more time treating Jimmy Kimmel as a victim than the person who was shot and killed in front of their wife and children.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Dronetek here. I have a clip for you today that is absolute media coffee. It's definitely going to get you going. It comes to us from last night on CNN and a former Republican congressman slamming the media, Democrats, and a former Biden aide for being way more outraged about Jimmy Kimmel than they were about the assassination of Charlie Kirk for his opinions by a left-winger only a day before this all started. We all needed this. Check it out, and I'll give you my thoughts.
Should you be able to speak your mind without retribution from the government? This is a government that is controlling law firms, media companies, educational institutions, and silencing opposition at the end of the day. And it's because of the money on the table from Nexstar, their billion-dollar merger, and that Disney lost their $4 billion in market cap that is causing all of this action. They're afraid of the government. Is exactly what Donald Trump did.
Oh, here we go. I mean, the left and the Democrats have control of just about every media outlet. They had control of even the taxpayer-funded ones, NPR and PBS. But somehow, that's different.
Who was silenced? Nobody's silenced. We're not.
Jimmy Kimmel was taken off the air. You have universities afraid to speak their mind. You have research being completely
we talk
defunded.
About the blue and the red division. Every single one of the reasons why the FCC has a role is because these are broadcast stations with a monopoly that was granted by the government.
Do you feel good about?
No, and I would hate it if the federal government came in and said, you may not say that. The reason why Jimmy Kimmel got himself into the first place is he was repeating a lie believed by 1 in 3 Democrats that the person who assassinated Charlie Kirk
he did not
had
say that.
right of center beliefs.
He did not say that.
You're fucking lying to me.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them. As anything other than one of them. As anything other than one of them.
We can parse his verbiage all day long. If he comes out and says, listen, that was not what I was trying to say, thank you, fantastic. I appreciate that, Mr. Kimmel. The problem is that is believed. And we have spent way more time treating Jimmy Kimmel as a victim than the person who was shot and killed in front of their wife and children.
Let me ask you a question. If Joe Biden took down a prominent right-wing...
Oh, you see that? He mentions Charlie Kirk, and this Biden aide couldn't move on quick enough. They literally do not care.
Let me ask you a question. If Joe Biden took down a prominent right-wing personality on TV for what he or she said, would you endorse that?
You're hypothetical if the Biden administration went and jawboned, let's say, social media platforms.
I'm talking about a similar allegory of someone on TV
hundreds of conservatives.
Will you answer my question?
Oh boy, here we go. This is the longtime Democrat tactic that I'm always talking about, where they will parse it out and carve out exceptions for themselves from their own standards. You see how he's adding these details that don't really make any difference, but in his mind, somehow it carves out an exception.
That's different. How? No, that is literally what the administration that you served did. Google just released
a broadcast
all of
TV host taken down for words that they say or intimidated on.
That?
I will not approve
in
your
the
merger.
history of the FCC, they have done that plenty of times on the right.
Was the FCC chair saying we're going to do this the easy way or the hard way, like a mobster?
Your administration
were they
deplatformed and kicked off of social media? You want to talk about actually silencing? Having any single public outlet that you have unallowed to broadcast something, right? Jimmy Kimmel could go on MSNBC tomorrow. He's going back on ABC tonight. This man has not been silenced. Charlie Kirk's been silenced because he's dead. A lot of conservatives were silenced on social media platforms because the government threatened those social media companies. Facebook, Google, Twitter, you can go down all the list. YouTube, again, just acknowledged to Congress today that they did that at the behest of the Biden administration.
What's so wild about all of this, besides the fact they quickly moved on from Charlie Kirk's assassination by someone who was clearly motivated by their rhetoric, is that every single one of them, Jimmy Kimmel included, were cheering it on when conservatives and Republicans were being widely censored. Or specifically, when Roseanne lost her show on ABC because she was making fun of an Obama administration official. No doubt they have their reasons for why that's totally different. Yes, it should be clear to everybody not brain brainwashed by the Orwellian Democrat media that what happened to Charlie Kirk was a much more threatening assault on free speech, because the fact is conservatives and Republicans have been facing violence for their speech, especially on university campuses, going back for many years. It's clear the guy was a left-winger, and he was motivated by rhetoric that we hear from the Democrats and the media all the time, which is why they quickly moved on and made themselves the victims. All right, folks, if you made it this long, you might as well hit that like button and subscribe. I do post on a regular basis, so make sure to keep checking back here for more. And if you'd like to support this channel, which I do desperately need, you can find links to do that in the description and pinned comment. Thanks for watching.